Hello and welcome back to this playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition with our rogue dwarf here. Anyway, we've got to get to the rift over there, and supposedly Mika here can close it with her hand. So let's press on.
Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who she is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Valroyo to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead! We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
So none of you are actually in charge here?
You killed everyone who was in charge! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark?
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own.
Well, let's do the indirect route, because she's a rogue and it's all about indirect.
Use the mountain path. Work together. You all know what's at stake.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Besides, there's more loot on the mountain path than there is on the direct path, and I'm all into loot. Could go back. Can't go back very far, I guess. Can we go back? How far can we go back? Yeah. Let's just go forward.
The tunnel should be just ahead. The path to the temple lies just beyond it.
What manner of tunnel is this? A mine?
Part of an old mining complex. These mountains are full of such paths.
And your missing soldiers are in there somewhere?
Along with whatever has detained them.
We shall see soon enough.
Get over here, gang. Get over here. Come on. Come on. Get over here. Alright. Aha. A greater shade. There's something over here as well. Aha. A wraith. Two of them. Immunity poisoned, immunity physical effects. Well, it didn't cause much damage, did it?
Make it take you.
Well, that did all right. You could drop your bow now anytime. It'd be nice to walk a little bit faster. Should I give the shield to Cassandra? No, that's shield. Shield. No, I don't think so. Willpower affects both magic defense and attack. But I think I'd rather have her have some magic defense. This I'm going to hold on to in case I decide to go dual wielding. Although it'd probably be better to craft some stuff for myself rather than to use what we find. I keep waiting for these guys to have some kind of new ability or other. Well, that didn't do anything. Yeah. Oh well.
Guess we found the soldiers.
That cannot be all of them.
So the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
That's a task for the other dwarf in our party.
Too bad I don't have
Lieutenant, you're
I don't
alive.
have an evade function here.
Barely.
Spirit vulnerability, immunity panicked. I hope that cost him some damage. See, I'd like to evade.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Thank the Maker you finally arrived, Lady Cassandra. I don't think we could have held out much longer.
Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. She insisted we come this way.
The prisoner? Then you...
Closing rifts and saving soldiers. It's what I do.
Then you have my sincere gratitude.
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
At once.
Shouldn't they
Quickly,
come with
let's
us? Shouldn't they come with us?
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes.
No, seriously, shouldn't they come with us?
Down the ladder. That's the way to the temple.
Why are we sending them back to safety when we're going into danger? Couldn't they help out? Let's see. Got a new bow, I think. No, that's what we had that's what we started out with. And that is level 6, so we're going to sell it. We're not going to get there for quite a while. Oh, that's the ladder.
So, holes in the Fade don't just accidentally happen, right?
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will consider how this happened once the immediate danger is past.
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you.
I think right
A
here.
woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
I think this is where Mika walked out, right? Let's give that to Cassandra.
Is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple.
Yeah, why didn't we bring those other guys with us?
This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'll try, but I don't know if I can reach that, much less close it.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple. corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
Oh, Liliana's right there.
Someone help me!
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run while you can! Want them!
We have an intruder. Slay the dwarf.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The Fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Alright, Chuckles. You better be ready with a barrier for me.
Now!
Let's find out about this guy. He's not perceptive, that's cool. And he only has 1,300 health, that's not too bad, but he's got 34. He's got 34 armor. Okay. Let's get away from him. Try a flanking attack.
We must strip its defenses. Wear it down.
Oh, that didn't cause much damage at all. No, I'm not causing much damage. That didn't cause much damage. I'm hardly causing any damage.
Quickly! Disrupt the rift! The demon is vulnerable. Now!
Oh, I ruptured it. How did it get ruptured? What is going on? I don't understand these numbers. Sometimes it's really high, and sometimes it's not very high.
More coming through the rift!
Go attack somebody else. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't cause any damage. I think I need to do something about the rift here. 'Cause he's got guard up, I think. Now, what does this rupture mean, I wonder? I don't know. Look at the numbers coming out. Maybe that's bleeding damage? Is that bleeding damage? What is this? Electricity resistance, immunity frozen, perceptive sundered. I thought Sundered got rid of his armor. He is perceptive. So my stealth ain't gonna help me against him. But that didn't seem to do anything. That didn't seem to do anything. Has he got guard up again? I think he's got bleeding damage. Is that what's going on? I'm doing it. Yeah, I don't really understand this physical stuff. Sundered, I thought, got rid of their armor. I thought. But it didn't seem to be doing much damage to him, even after he was sundered, and then there's ruptured. I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe I should go on the wiki and look up this stuff. Sundered, ruptured. I don't know what it means. I understand how to play a mage. You don't have to worry about armor and stuff. You don't even have to do flanking stuff.
Oh! I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
Why are you frightened? What happened?
That's wrong, isn't it? I said the wrong thing.
I don't think so.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
So you're saying they're happy with me?
I'm only saying what I heard. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
What'd we get? Mm-hmm. So let's go to the Chantry. I'm not going to loot this place on camera, and I'm not going to do it right now. Hello? Yes? Hello?
That's her. That's the Herald of Andraste. They said when she came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over her.
Hush. We shouldn't disturb her.
Why did Lady Cassandra have her in chains? I thought Seekers knew everything.
It's complicated. We were all frightened after the explosion at the Conclave.
It isn't complicated. Andraste herself blessed her.
Blessings upon you, Herald of Andraste.
That's her. She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
I heard she was supposed to close it entirely. Still, it's more than anyone else has done. Demons would have had us otherwise.
Chancellor Roderick says that the Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
Have you gone completely mad? She should be taken to Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
I do not believe she is guilty.
The dwarf failed, Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, she intended it this way.
I do not believe that.
That is not for you to decide. Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that, and leave us.
They know whose orders they're following.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
So I'm still a suspect, even after what we just did.
You absolutely are.
No, she is not.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
You shouldn't believe in the Maker. That's all human kind of stuff. That's not dwarf stuff.
So, you've changed your mind about me.
I was wrong. Perhaps I still am. I will not, however, pretend you were not exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
Well, if they were the precursor, if the old Inquisition was the precursor to the Templars, Mika doesn't have a problem with that.
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay. But you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
When I woke up, I certainly didn't picture this outcome.
Neither did we.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Okay, I will. Don't have much choice here. It's like Shepard working for Cerberus. I'll never work for Cerberus. 10 minutes later. Okay, I'll work for Cerberus. Okay, what's our next? Report to Haven's Chantry. Let's do that. Let's report to the Chantry.
Does it trouble you?
Yeah, I'd say she's generally positive, optimistic outlook.
It stopped spreading, and it doesn't hurt.
We take our victories where we can.
Yes, we do.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor. May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you, a dwarf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I'm not sure how I should feel.
The Chantry has decided that for you, it seems.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
So if I wasn't with the Inquisition...
Well, let's be honest, they would have censored us no matter what.
And you not being here isn't an option.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Requires 1 power. We have 1 power. Ooh, Scout Harding. So do you think Mika looks like Scout Harding? He does kinda. Alright, let's see. Oh, we can open that up. Might as well open it up. Go ahead and do that. Alright. To win his favor. Do we care about his favor? Let's send Cullen on that mission. Gonna worry about the Carta. The Dasher's looking for you. Well, for both of us, but mostly you. Angry as drunk Bronto, he thinks he ran off with his Larium. Sal Rocca. I'm not sure what Sal Rocca means. I'd have to play Dragon Age Origins again. And now you're hiding from the Carta behind a wall of Inquisition muscle. I'd be careful if I were you. This Carta clan could be useful to us. We should arrange a payoff. Okay, let's get them
see what we have.
off our back. I think I might go with Liliana. Josephine says, pfft, just ignore him. Cullen wants to take care of the refugees, and I like that, but Liliana says we could make use of this dude. So I'm going to find out if we can make use of him. Which leaves Josephine, go gather me some cash. Alright, now we want to go to the hinterlands and speak with Mother Giselle, but not quite yet. First, I got some creature research to turn in.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Kadash, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denver, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Herald. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I've seen no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Pentecost that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If he won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
What?
It is a matter of honor among the Navarrans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No, no. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montilyet. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Do the Durellians actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durellions are our legion. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Liliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
I'm glad for your help. I have a feeling the Inquisition's going to need it.
I do believe you are correct. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
You said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting.
I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion.
I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I like studying. I like performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
Well, that's kind of untactful. She can agree with having the Templars around.
Mages need protection. I wish more of them could see that.
I was born into a Dalish clan. I lived there until my magic manifested. The Dalish cannot risk having too many mages in one clan. And I was one more than they could bear. They gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
No wonder you'd rather stay in the Circle. You had more than enough life outdoors.
I stumbled into a village, starving and cold a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist. They were terrified and wanted to kill me. Templars saved me from them. They gave me food and clothes and took me to the Circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquils safe?
Yes. The mages took some of them when my Circle rebelled. The rest were forgotten. Most Circle mages look down on the Tranquil, or try to pretend they don't exist. They don't have any emotions. They can barely take care of themselves. Can't defend themselves at all. It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
That's an unusual statement.
They're polite. They don't bother you if they don't need something. When they study, they have a focus no normal person could ever match. But the Templars, even some of the mages, mistreated them just because they could. The Tranquil never fought back. If not for that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter now.
You say Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures. At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
Why did you decide to research dangerous creatures?
I like the outdoors. The idea of the outdoors, anyway. When some monster is coming at you, glowing eyes and burning claws, it's terrifying. But once you know how it works, you can deal with it. It's just another part of the world. So much of this world is only frightening because we don't understand it.
You and Solus might get along.
I'll speak with you later.
Travel safely.
Except that Solus doesn't like the Templars. But this idea that, well, it may be a monster, but once I understand it, how it works, it's just another thing.
We will study that.
Alright, I think I am done with this episode. Our next stop is to go to the hinterlands and meet Mother Giselle. But long before we get to the hinterlands, I am going to be running... Shush! 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 I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Alright, I'm going to end this episode here. There's a lot of looting to go on here, and I'm going to go do some crafting. I have this golden nug that I can use, and I'm going to use it and get some really neat armor and weapons and put them together and stuff. I'm going to kill a bunch of nugs and rams, and I'm going to try to kill some Druffalo. We'll see. But until then, have a nice day.